Hey Kings, welcome to Adekemi Talk About Kings. I am Adekemi, Adegbesan of Kings God. Thank you so much for joining me today on this episode. And to everyone that has subscribed to this channel, I want to say a very big thank you. And if you haven't, I'm just wondering what you are waiting for. Just click the subscribe button now so that you get notifications when I post new content on this channel, and for YouTube to be able to recommend these videos for more people to watch. Thank you as you do this. God bless you. So this month we've been talking about fathers. We talked about the kind of father you shouldn't be. We talked about even the kind of father you shouldn't be to your wife. So today, because we're still talking about fathers, I would like to talk to the singles, and it's going to be preparing for fatherhood, because you know that fatherhood is not a joke. It has a lot of responsibility, and this is how responsibility is defined. It says responsibility is the state or fact of being accountable or to be blamed for something. So when you want to prepare for fatherhood, you now know that it has to do with responsibilities. You are to be responsible for people. You have to be responsible for things, for a generation. So you can't just take fatherhood lightly. You know, so in the society, they talk about, oh, the woman should prepare to be a wife, the woman should prepare to be a mother. But we tend to forget that the father is even more important, and we need to prepare for fatherhood. And the thing about responsibility is that the better you are, the more you get. And that is why you need to prepare yourself to be a father. You need to learn to handle your responsibilities well now as a father. And why should you prepare for fatherhood? Because, like I said earlier, it is never a joke. And what a father is responsible for, amongst many, is one, he corrects. According to Proverbs chapter 3 verse 12, you're supposed to correct your child. You're supposed to guide and direct them in the way they should go. You should not provoke your children to anger by the way you treat them. So that means you need to even learn how to treat and how to correct them in the right way, so that they will not be provoked, and bring them up in discipline and instructions. So that is Ephesians 6 verse 14. As you are correcting them, you are training them, you are not provoking them, you're also disciplining them. So it's a very tricky role. So that's why you're preparing for this fatherhood. And then you do not aggravate your children, you do not discourage your children. That's Colossians chapter 3 verse 21. You give good things to your children. Remember when Jesus was saying that even as a earthly father, if your child asks you for fish, will you give them snake? So it means that you need to know what is good for your child at a time and give that to your child. And you also leave an inheritance for your children. It says in Proverbs 19:14 that you give an inheritance of houses and wealth. So it is not just intellectual. You have to give them wealth, physically transfer wealth to your children. So you are building yourself physically, spiritually, financially, so that you can leave a good legacy for your children. And so how do you even prepare? How do you prepare for this fatherhood, right? So in Matthew chapter 25 from verse 14 to 30, Jesus himself told us a parable of these three servants that were given talent according to their ability, and their master traveled, and two of the servants traded and invested their talent and gained more talent. And the last one, the third one that was given the least talent, went and buried his talent. And when the king got back, he rewarded the two servants that traded with their talent, and he was so angry with the one that didn't do anything, and he threw him out. Because so if you read Matthew chapter 25, you already said that he gave them according to their ability. So it meant that the master knew that this servant had the ability to actually earn with that talent he had given him, and he just went to bury it. That was why the king was furious. And according to that story, every single man is a servant, because at that time this person didn't have this responsibility. It was just given to him to test him. So as a single man right now, you are given some responsibility to test you. That is why you're faced with some challenges. You need to grow yourself. So for instance, somebody needs to develop patience so that they will be able to live with their wife and their children with patience, right? So everything you own right now is the talent that has been given to you. Your wealth, your connections, those are the talents that you have been given and that you need to develop yourself. And this is something I would like you to note. In that parable, they did not invest in their master's business. They said each one went to invest. So it means that you are the one that knows the area that you need to build yourself. So the gift and things that you have now, the connections, the people, the academic qualifications, are the things that you need to develop yourselves. The situations around you are things that you will need to develop yourself, so that when you become a father, it will be easy for you to manage that responsibility. So when they gave their returns to the master, he told them, let me read one for you. Matthew 25 verse 21, it says, his master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. So you have been faithful with a little thing, you will be given more responsibilities. So that was why I said at the beginning that fatherhood is responsibility. And the reason why you need to prepare for fatherhood is because once you are given that role as a father, you are taking up a lot of responsibilities. And if you have not been faithful in a little responsibility, you will not be able to manage a lot of responsibility when it comes your way. So that is why you need to prepare. And how you prepare for this is by using that gift and talent that you were given to develop yourself. Because at the end of the day, your reward is being a father. I know it's a lot more responsibilities. So your reward for being responsible now as a single man is being a father to your wife and to your children, and that is a lot of responsibility. And why do I say that it's your reward? 2 verses in the Bible, Proverbs 18:22, it says, he who finds a wife finds what is good and receive favor from the Lord. And you know what the master said the other time? He said, because you have been faithful in few, he said, come and enjoy in your master's happiness. And this is your master's happiness to you. This is the favor, this is the good thing he's going to give to you. Like in Ecclesiastes 9 verse 9, he said, enjoy the wife of your youth. That is the reward you get for this life of struggle. So that is your reward. And your children, he says in Psalm 127, it says, children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him. So they are a reward for you, for your being responsible as a single man, and your wife is also a reward for you for being responsible as a single man. But it takes a lot more responsibility for you to be able to live with your wife and to raise your children. So that is why preparing for fatherhood is very important. So what are the things that you should not be as you are preparing for this fatherhood? It says in that story of the talent about that servant that did not invest in his gift. He told him, oh lazy and wicked servant. So the kind of man you should not be now is a wicked and lazy man. You already know nothing good come out of being lazy. I put up a post recently about laziness. I'm just going to show that to you. And Proverbs 13:4 says, no matter how much a lazy person may want something, he will never get it. A hard worker will get everything he wants. So a lazy man will never get anything. So a lazy man will equal to a lazy father. So that is the thing you should strive not to be now. Don't be lazy. And the second one, he said, oh wicked servant. You all know the end of the wicked is not good. He said the wicked shall die. The Lord will take away the goodness of the wicked. The Lord will remove favor from the wicked. If you look at scriptures that talks about the wicked, nothing good ever comes from the wicked. And even this particular servant, they collected the 1 talent that they have given him and gave it to the one that had the 10 talents. So that is what happens when the man is wicked. You don't want to be wicked. If you are a wicked father, you will have nothing to pass to your children, because there will be nothing you will get. Everything a wicked man has will be inherited by the righteous. So don't be a wicked man. And another thing I noticed about this man was he said he was afraid. That was why he went to bury this talent. Let me read that to you. Matthew chapter 25 verse 25. He said, I was afraid, so I went off and hid your money in the ground. Look, here is what belongs to you. So this is it. So many people, fear has stopped them from being what they should be. Don't let fear stop you from moving forward. Don't let fear stop you from being a responsible father, from preparing for fatherhood, from even being a father. Some people, fear is what is stopping them from getting married. They are afraid what is going to happen. So there is so many divorce going on. I don't want to get married and get divorced. There are so many wayward children. I don't want to have children that will be wayward. Fear is stopping them from achieving what God has for them. And God has not given you the spirit of fear. He said in 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, for God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of a sound mind. So that thing that you are worried about, oh, I don't want to get divorced. No, you're not going to get divorced, because He has given you love. You are supposed to enjoy your marriage. You are going to have children that are trained and raised by the Lord Himself. He said your children will be trained of the Lord. So don't let fear ruin what God has prepared and planned for you. So what kind of man should you now want to be? What kind of father should you strive to be? Is what the master said to these 2 servants that traded with their own talent. He told them, oh good and faithful servant. So that is what you aim to be. You want to be a good father. You want to be a faithful father, a good husband, a faithful husband, a man that would be responsible for his children. So use your talent, the gift, the connections, what you have now, to begin to develop yourself and begin to prepare. Because like I said earlier, you are the one that will know and recognize the area that you need to prepare for as a father. You know that, oh, I have the spirit of fear. Now you know that God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of sound mind. If you are impatient, you begin to develop yourself. If you don't have endurance, if you are selfish, these are the things that you need to work on so that you will be a good and faithful father. And lastly, I will leave you with this. In Genesis chapter 17 verse 5, God changed the name of Abraham from Abram to Abraham, because He said, you are going to be a father of many nations. So now it means that even before Abraham became the father of nations, he needed to prepare his mind to begin to see himself as a father. So I need you to start preparing, to start seeing yourself not just as a single man, but as a father of generations, of many nations that God indeed has created you to be. And if you have watched this to this, and I want to say a very big thank you for watching this and joining me on this episode. And please share this with others if this has really blessed you. And I pray, may your homes be filled with God's friendship and counsel. I will see you soon. Bye bye.